Don't be discouraged if something is not in your favor today. Better opportunities are waiting ahead. Imagine there is a bank which credits your account each morning with Rs. 86,400, carries over no balance from day to day, allows you to keep no cash balance, and every evening cancels whatever part of the amount you had failed to use during the day. What would you do? Draw out every pence, of course. Well, everyone has such a bank. Its name is time. Every morning, it credits you with 86,400 seconds. Every night it writes off, as lost, whatever of this you have failed to invest to good purpose. It carries over no balance. It allows no overdraft. Each day, it opens a new account for you. Each night, it burns the records of the day. If you fail to use the day's deposits, the loss is yours. There is no going back. There is no drawing against the tomorrow. Therefore, there is never not enough time or too much time. Time management is decided by us alone and nobody else. It is never the case of us not having enough time to do things, but the case of whether we want to do it. There may be days when you get up in the morning and things aren't the way you had hoped they would be. That's when you have to tell yourself that things will get better. There are times when people disappoint you and let you down. But those are the times when you must remind yourself to trust your own judgments and opinions, to keep your life focused on believing in yourself. There will be challenges to face and changes to make in your life, and it is up to you to accept them. Constantly keep yourself headed in the right direction for you. It may not be easy at times, but in those times of struggle, you will find a stronger sense of who you are. So when the days come that are filled with frustration and unexpected responsibilities, remember to believe in yourself and all you want your life to be. Because the challenges and changes will only help you to find the goals that you know are meant to come true for you. Keep believing in yourself. A burning desire is the starting point of all accomplishment. Just like a small fire cannot give much heat, a weak desire cannot produce great results. It's just a short reminder to all of us working so hard in life. We should not let time slip through our fingers without having spent some time with those who really matter to us, those close to our hearts. Do remember to share that $20 worth of your time with someone you love. If we die tomorrow, the company that we are working for could easily replace us in a matter of hours. But the family and friends we leave behind will feel the loss for the rest of their lives. Stay calm in all situations so you can make decisions the best you can, be it in life or business, and thank you doctors for the excellent works you do. Every single person on the planet has a story. Don't judge people before you truly know them. Kindness quite simply is the rent we must pay for the space we occupy on this planet. Become more creative in the ways you show compassion to strangers. Paying the toll for the person in the car behind you, offering your seat on the subway, and being the first to say hello are great places to start. Everyone is frantically looking for happiness all around, not knowing where it is. Our happiness lies in the happiness of other people. Give them their happiness, you will get your own happiness. And this is the purpose of human life. Please, do not let anyone steal your dreams, or try to tell you they are too impossible. Sing your songs, and dream your dreams, hope your hope, and pray your prayer. The important message is that, when we are prosperous, we overlook love. When we feel important, we forget love. Even in happiness and sorrow we forget love. Only with time do we realize the importance of love. Why wait that long? Why not make love a part of your life today? Anything that worries you should be acted on, not just thought about. Don't be scared about the action, you can make it very small and easy, as long as you take an action. Even small actions will chase away your fears. Fear has a hard time coexisting with action. When there's action, there's no fear. When there's fear, there's no action. Don't just pursue your dreams. Chase them down and tackle them. You only get one life to live, so why not live the best life possible? So you can be fully satisfied at what you see and get. Just think a minute. I've learned minus that you cannot make someone love you. All you can do is be someone who can be loved. The rest is up to them. I've learned minus that no matter how much I care, some people just don't care back. I've learned minus that it takes years to build up trust, and only seconds to destroy it. I've learned minus that no matter how good a friend is, they're going to hurt you every once in a while, and you must forgive them for that. I've learned minus that it's not what you have in your life, but who you have in your life that counts. I've learned minus that you should never ruin an apology with an excuse. I've learned minus that you can get by on charm for about 15 minutes. After that, you'd better know something. I've learned minus that you shouldn't compare yourself to the best others can do. I've learned minus that you can do something in an instant that will give you heartache for life. I've learned minus that it's taking me a long time to become the person I want to be. I've learned minus that you should always leave loved ones with loving words. It may be the last time you see them. I've learned minus that you can keep going long after you can't. I've learned minus that we are responsible for what we do, no matter how we feel. I've learned minus that either you control your attitude or it controls you. I've learned minus that regardless of how hot and steamy a relationship is at first, the passion fades and there had better be something else to take its place. I've learned minus that heroes are the people who do what has to be done, when it needs to be done, regardless of the consequences. I've learned minus that money is a lousy way of keeping score. I've learned minus that my best friend and I can do anything or nothing, and have the best time. I've learned minus that sometimes the people you expect to kick you when you're down will be the ones to help you get back up. I've learned minus that sometimes when I'm angry I have the right to be angry, but that doesn't give me the right to be cruel. I've learned minus that true friendship continues to grow, even over the longest distance. Same goes for true love. I've learned minus that just because someone doesn't love you the way you want them to doesn't mean they don't love you with all they have. I've learned minus that maturity has more to do with what types of experiences you've had, and what you've learned from them, and less to do with how many birthdays you've celebrated. I've learned minus that you should never tell a child their dreams are unlikely or outlandish. Few things are more humiliating, and what a tragedy it would be if they believed it. I've learned minus that your family won't always be there for you. It may seem funny, but people you aren't related to can take care of you, and love you, and teach you to trust people again. Families aren't biological. I've learned minus that it isn't always enough to be forgiven by others. Sometimes you are to learn to forgive yourself. I've learned minus that no matter how bad your heart is broken, the world doesn't stop for your grief. I've learned minus that our background and circumstances may have influenced who we are, but we are responsible for who we become. I've learned minus that a rich person is not the one who has the most, but is one who needs the least. I've learned minus that just because two people argue, it doesn't mean they don't love each other. And just because they don't argue, it doesn't mean they do. That we don't have to change friends if we understand that friends change. I've learned minus that you shouldn't be so eager to find out a secret. It could change your life forever. I've learned minus that two people can look at the exact same thing and see something totally different. I've learned minus that no matter how you try to protect your children, they will eventually get hurt and you will hurt in the process. I've learned minus that even when you think you have no more to give, when a friend cries out to you, you will find the strength to help. I've learned minus that credentials on the wall do not make you a decent human being. I've learned minus that the people you care about most in life are taken from you too soon. I've learned minus that it's hard to determine where to draw the line between being nice and not, hurting people's feelings, and standing up for what you believe. That people will forget what you said, and people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Nothing can happen to you that is not positive. Even though it looks and feels at the moment like a negative crisis, it is not. What difference are we making? Big or small, it does not matter. If everyone made a small difference, we'd end up with a big difference, wouldn't we? Nothing could be further from the truth. Laughter is essential to our equilibrium, to our well-being, to our aliveness. If we're not well, laughter helps us get well. If we are well, laughter helps us stay that way. Since Cousin's groundbreaking subjective work, scientific studies have shown that laughter has a curative effect on the body, the mind and the emotions. So, if you like laughter, consider it sound medical advice to indulge in it as often as you can. If you don't like laughter, then take your medicine, laugh anyway. Use whatever makes you laugh: movies, sitcoms, Monty Python, records, books, New Yorker cartoons, jokes, friends. Give yourself permission to laugh long and loud and out loud whenever anything strikes you as funny. The people around you may think you're strange, but sooner or later, they'll join in even if they don't know what you're laughing about. Some diseases may be contagious, but none is as contagious as the cure laughter. My dear friends, a more successful person is more observant, think more and understand in depth. For the same matter, a more successful person sees several years ahead, while you see only tomorrow. The difference between a year and a day is 365 times. How could you win? Think. How far have you seen ahead in your life? How thoughtful in depth are you?